Day 31. A new adventure begins in Oregon. As I embarked on Day 31 of my Pacific Crest Trail PCT journey, I found myself at the threshold of Oregon, a state I had never visited before. The excitement was palpable, especially since I had heard whispers that hiking here could be a bit easier, allowing for longer distances. But before diving into the wilderness, I had a few tasks to tackle in Cascade Locks, where I started my day at mile 505.8 and would eventually end at the Indian Springs Trail Junction, covering a total of 14.5 miles, or 19.3 trail miles. There's always a flurry of activities to engage in when you're in town, but today I decided to take a more relaxed approach. After a pleasant morning chat with janitor while waiting for my laundry to finish, I took some time to publish a few blog posts. This was essential for me to document my experiences before I repacked my gear for the next leg of my adventure. As I prepared to set foot in Oregon for the first time, I felt a mix of curiosity and anticipation. I had no prior knowledge of the state, but I was eager to discover what it had to offer. The only thing I had heard was that the terrain was relatively forgiving, and I was keen to put that theory to the test. Before I hit the trail, I shared a final lunch with my hiking companion, Sun. It was bittersweet to say goodbye, as I had enjoyed our time together. Hiking alongside someone can enhance the experience, allowing for shared stories and laughter. While I usually prefer to hike at my own pace, I recognized the value of companionship on the trail. I planned to reconnect with Sun after my rest days in Bend with janitor. After our heartfelt farewell beneath the iconic Bridge of the Gods, I set off on the Eagle Creek alternate route. The paved path meandered just below the highway, flanked by wild blackberry bushes. I encountered several northbound hikers, SOBOs, who were on the brink of reaching their last town before crossing into Washington. Just as I veered away from the highway, a sign caught my attention: Salmon Hatchery. Rows of rectangular troughs lined up, and peering into one, I was greeted by the sight of hundreds of tiny salmon swimming energetically. It was fascinating to think about how large they would grow by the time the SOBOs arrived. Continuing my journey, I began a gentle ascent alongside the creek. The sun beat down, warming me quickly and making me eager to find the swimming holes that fellow hikers had raved about in the Far Out app. I hiked several miles, passing more day hikers than I had seen on the trail thus far, until I finally stumbled upon the perfect spot. Nestled beneath a bridge, the creek widened and deepened, creating a serene area ideal for a refreshing dip. A couple of southbound hikers, SOBOs, I hadn't met before were already enjoying the water and snacking. "Is the water nice?" I inquired, curious about their experience. "Oh, it's perfect," the guy responded enthusiastically. "A little cool, but just right." It took me a moment to fully immerse myself, but once I did, I was reluctant to leave. The water was crystal clear, allowing me to see fish darting around my ankles. The sunlight filtered through, warming the air just enough to create a blissful atmosphere, and I could feel the tension in my body dissipating. I must have lingered in the water for about 20 minutes. And when I finally emerged and dressed, I regretted not staying longer. Nevertheless, I enjoyed a snack and chatted with the couple, who had started their hike around the same time as Sun and had met him at Lion's Den. It's amazing how small the hiking community can feel. As much as I wanted to linger, the trail beckoned me onward. My next destination was Tunnel Falls, a stunning waterfall that cascades over a rock tunnel through which the trail passes. It was every bit as breathtaking as I had hoped. The powerful rush of water created a refreshing mist that danced in the sunlight, producing beautiful rainbows. It felt like stepping into a magical realm. With only 5 miles left to my destination, I knew I was in for a challenge. The terrain became steep, especially during the final 2 miles, reminiscent of my experiences on the Appalachian Trail, AT. I pushed through the climb, finally reaching the summit just after 8 p.m. Thankfully, my campsite and water source were conveniently located right at the end of the ascent, so I didn't have to trek any further to set up camp. As I arrived, I noticed several tents already pitched, but everyone seemed to be settled in for the night. I quickly devoured my dinner as the sun dipped below the horizon, leaving me to pack away my food in the dimming light. Despite the darkness, I felt a sense of accomplishment as I completed my camp chores and crawled into my tent just before needing my headlamp. Today was a fantastic introduction to Oregon, and I can hardly wait to see what the rest of this beautiful state has in store for me. And that's just a glimpse into a day in the life of a southbound PCT hiker. Affiliate disclosure. This website contains affiliate links, meaning that the trek may earn a small commission from any product or service you purchase through these links. You pay the same price as you would otherwise, and your support helps the trek continue to provide valuable backpacking advice and information. Thank you for your support. To learn more, please visit the About This site page.